Hello and welcome to a plan and prep video. Hi friends, I am planning and prepping for my next Disney trip. We are going down to Disney for 6 nights and 5.5 full days at the park. And we are going for the Run Disney event, the Springtime Surprise. My partner is running, he's doing the challenge, and we are going to cheer him on, we being myself, my mom, and his mom. And there's a couple of things I want to get done before we go on this trip, and so I thought I would bring you all along. I've got my to-do list here, and there's a couple of things on here that I want to get done. The first being is I'm going to start embroidering a shirt. I purchased a Country Bear Jamboree shirt from a small shop, and I want to enhance it by embroidering some details on it. I need to pick up some dog food, make some posters for the event. I need to figure out where we're going to be on our race route. I need to pull out my suitcases. I need to do all of the things. I need to deep condition my hair, dye my ends of my little rat tails. And what else do we need to do? I'm going to make a dress, and I want to bring you along for that. I also need to crop a shirt that I'm going to be wearing to Animal Kingdom, and I think that's about it. Yeah, so let's get to it. Side note, I didn't realize I didn't film an intro, so I've already done all of these things, and I'm going to roll it back and start from the beginning. We are currently one day out. I leave tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and it's currently 11 a.m. on Tuesday. And so we don't have much time left. What I want to get done today after I film this intro is do my outfit try-on video and figure out all my accessories and all that wonderful stuff. And then I need to pack. And then we're going to Disney. We'll be there, and I'm so stoked for that. Okay, let's get into it. Hello, we moved to the couch. Part of the projects that I'm working on for going to Disney or prior to going to Disney, or I prep for going to Disney, is embroidering a shirt that I got. So one of the bootleg companies that I follow, or small shops that I follow online, Single Rider 1971, they're on Instagram, recently did this Country Bear Jamboree shirt, and I'm just embroidering some of the details to make it pop a little bit more. Kind of a story around this shirt and why it's so important and why I'm taking the time to embroider it is Big Al, before they embroidered it, before they redid it, used to sing a song by Tex Ritter, Blood on the Saddle. If you know, you know. And that song was a song my grandpa used to sing jokingly around the house. Weird, I know, but he sang it all the time. And after he passed, they started to redo the show, and now Big Al sings Remember Me, and it gets me every time. I've seen it probably 4 times now, and every time I cry. Like, I can feel my heart start to swell right now just talking about it. It is something that I really think is serendipitous, going from his favorite song to Remember Me. Anyways, I'm embroidering this shirt. So far I've gotten a third of the way of the lettering done, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the rest of it. This shirt meant so much to me that I bought a second one just in case I ruined this one. And then I also bought my mom a shirt, and I may embroider that one as well. But yeah, so I'll do this for the next, couple of hours maybe. And I'm going to watch Love is Blind and see how far we get. I will check back in a little bit later. was a game changer for me with embroidering or just threading needles in general. I took a chain stitching class, and this was part of the like kit, and I'll show you, I didn't even realize this existed. But you take a needle and you put it through the eye of the needle, and then you take your thread, let's see if I can do this one-handed, you take your thread and put it over the loop, and then you just pull it through, and it threads your needle for you. So you don't have to be all fussy about trying to get these little threads through the little hole of the needle. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, probably like needle threader or something of that sort. Highly recommend if you do any sort of embroidery and you didn't know about it. I certainly did not, and I wish someone told me earlier. So this is the fabric that we're working with. See how it gives very MGM vibes? Also, let me preface this by saying I am not a sewer. I am a self-taught, I can do straight lines kind of sewer. So don't come for me. Or do come for me and laugh at me. That's totally fine. But anyways, this is the fabric. And I'm kind of stuck in a hard place because the scale of the fabric is a little larger than I would like, and I want to make sure that the placement of the characters I want are front and center. I know that I want Goofy in the front of the dress up top, and so with that I'll get Daisy, but I might get two Daisies, a Donald, and I don't know if it'll be long enough to get Minnie and Mickey. And then the other thing that I want to get is down at the bottom here is Pluto, and I want to get Pluto, but I also want this Mickey. And so I'm kind of stuck with how to lay out this pattern. And so my other thought was to make two dresses to get everybody that I want. And the other dress is a short dress with like a ruffle hem. So what I'm going to do now is lay out my pattern pieces, which is basically just so I get my armholes and my neck right, and maybe lay out the dress that I'm referencing, the Miss Piggy and Kermit dress, to see what characters and what placements I can get. And then we'll get to cutting. Keep your fingers crossed for me that we don't mess this up because I only have so much fabric to work with. This is how much of a sewer nut I am. I'm using a crayon to do my pattern tracing situation, because I also cut my pattern on packing paper. We've serged the seams and it went pretty fast. I did cut the hems the size, the front and the back, 2 different lengths, which was fun. So I trimmed those up, and now I'm going to do a straight stitch along the serged seams. It's the next day, and I just finished up the dress. I had to pause last night, so I finished up the hem today. I tried something new. Normally I use bias tape to finish the edges, but this time I just rolled the hem, and I like the way that this came out. I think this will be more comfortable in the park because it is less bulky. I do need to sew an eyelet clip on the back, but that's super simple. I can do that in like 5 minutes. And then it'll be done. I do want to give this a vinegar soak or a vinegar baking soda soak to soften the fabric. It is a little stiff. I don't think this duvet was used very much, and the vinegar bath should soften the fabric. If not, I'll pick up some fabric softener and see if that works. I just don't want to try fabric softener first. It's not my favorite thing to use. And then if you want to see the finished product, I will be doing an outfit planning video and a pack with me video, so you can see how I accessorize this and what this looks like on. And it should be really cute. I have some ideas in mind with how I want to accessorize it. So this we can mark off as done on our packing list. Oh, am I getting a little blurry? There we go. So we can mark this off as done on our packing list. Next up, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be heading to Pop Mart. If you don't know Pop Mart, they make cute little toys that are collectibles, and people go crazy for them. But they released this Mickey family collection of keychains, and I tried to get it online, and it sold out in less than 20 seconds last night, or I guess last night around 8:30, I think it was, and I really want them. And I'm going to go to the store. I'm going around 8:30 is my plan. They don't open until 10. My thought process is if they sold out in 20 seconds online, I imagine that there's going to be a line outside before they open. And to make sure that I get them, I'm going to show up early. Worst case scenario, they don't have them, and I'll end up ordering the ones I really want online on eBay or something. So we'll see. I feel kind of silly going in that early, but I really want them. They're really cute. I'll post a picture of them, or I'll show you when they come in. So that's next on the to-do list. And then after that, we will plan where we're going to be for the race route. Again, my partner is doing, the reason we're going is my partner is doing the runDisney race weekend situation, and we're going to cheer him on, and we have posters to make, and we'll do that a little later on. But I also want to plan on the route where we can watch. I think we're going to go to the boardwalk, but I don't know what parking is going to be like that early in the morning. So we'll see what that is. And then we also still have left to do is park reservations, and then also fast pass or lightning lanes, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, let's I'll check back in with you tomorrow, or later today. Tomorrow. Good morning, new day. I am currently parked near Michigan Avenue Pop Mart. This is kind of a Disney prep, but not. I am going to go see if they are selling the new Disney keychains, which is kind of related to prepping for Disney, and I'm hoping that there's no line. I'm an hour and a half early before the store actually opens, and I've never been here before. I don't know what their fans are like, but it should be interesting, and I will check back in later. Keep your fingers crossed for me that they do have the keychains that I'm looking for. Okay, see ya. Hi, me checking in real quick. I'm the goofball that showed up and no one's here. So, fandom isn't as crazy as I thought it was. Okay, bye. Hello, it's a new day and I just got a package from Disney Store. I'm not going to turn it around because I don't want you to see my address. But I thought we could open this together. I ordered something during their most recent sale and I will take some of these with me on my next trip. So let's see how we open this. This is like a new way of opening things. It's got a bunch of like perforated edges. We got a few new emos to round out the collection. The first one we picked up was Donald in his cute little hat. The next one is Stitch. Look at that little Stitch. His little feet. So cute. Miss Ahsoka Tano. Love her. Super cute. Love her hair. Her headpiece. It's not a headpiece, it's hair. And Minnie. I can't believe I hadn't had Minnie up until now. I love her and she's so cute. But now we have her, Miss Minnie. And then finally, Lilo. So yeah, we picked up a bunch of new emos and they're super cute. I'm just really afraid that they're going to do away with new emos because of mini mix-its. But yeah, these are the new emos. And then to qualify for 30% off instead of 20% off, you had to like spend $150 to get, if you spent $100, you got 20% off. If you spent $150, you got 30% off. So of course I had to spend $150. So I purchased, wait for it, oh my god, these Crocs. Look how silly they are. I love them so much. They're so silly. I can't wait to style these. I mean, I think I'm gonna wear them outside the house. Like I don't, because there's like enough sole that the fur won't hit the ground. I mean, definitely not when it's raining. And maybe not for like a long park day, but I think I could wear these out with some cute purple socks and my Sully and Mike Wazowski bag. I think these will be cute. So that's my Disney haul. I have one more package coming. Typically I don't buy new things for a trip, I just shop my closet, but this was an exception because I'm really afraid that new emos will go away because of mini mix-its, and the Crocs just happen to be a bonus. But I typically just shop my closet, and so it's odd for me to have a new package coming. But I have one more package coming and we will open that together. Oh no, two more packages. And we will open those together. What we still have left at this point is to still plan our race route, viewing spot, and then also make posters. And then once we get a little closer, we can book our park reservations and lightning lanes and all of that fun stuff. Yeah, so we are still at this point. What is today? Today is the 18th, so we're about 3 weeks out from our trip. 2 to 3 weeks out. Yeah, so we're getting close. I've started pulling some outfits out, which you'll see shortly, and I've started, I pulled out all the suitcases. I have to pull those out because my dog gets a little anxious if I pull them out and then start packing immediately. So I usually pull them out a couple of weeks before we leave and open them and just leave them sitting on the floor. So they're down here in the basement, just open. Yeah, so I will check back in with you next time something trip related happens. Bun Bun says hi. Okay, bye. Hello friends, today we are going to make posters. My partner is participating in the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Challenge this weekend that we're going. Today is Saturday and we leave on Wednesday, so we just have a couple of days, and so I wanted to make a couple of posters. Myself, my mom, and his mom are all going, and I wanted to make 3 posters for us to hold, so I went to Joann's, RIP, and picked up some poster boards, and I've got my paints here, and I'm going to put on some YouTube videos and get to making posters. I came up with a couple of sign posters that are a little silly. Like, one is just going to be like, "You're running," and then after the race we're going to his favorite restaurant called Sideward to get a breakfast burrito. So I'm going to do something along the lines that says, the faster you run, the sooner we'll be at Sideward. And then the last one, I think I was going to do like a Tangled reference. Let me see if I can find it in my notes. Yeah, so the Tangled reference is going to be, "And at last I see the light at the end of the race." Tangled is his favorite Disney movie, so I thought that was very fitting. So we have our coffee and water ready. I've got my iPad here for some YouTube, and I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse this, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, great. It is now Tuesday and we leave Wednesday, so it's the day before, and it is crunch time. It is go time. I finished the posters. Here, let me show you. The first one is the faster you run, the sooner we'll be at Sideward. Sideward is his favorite restaurant in the area, and they do a breakfast burrito, and that's what we're doing after the race. So I thought that was very motivating in a playful way. The next one is my favorite. It just says, "You're running," with purple glitter, because point out the obvious, why not? And then the last one is a Tangled reference, and it says, "And at last I see the light at the end of the race." Oh, let me move my water. At the end of the race. So these are the posters. I need to find a way to transport these. I think I'll roll them and put them in like a poster tube that I have lying around, and hopefully they don't get crushed. Yeah, I think that's that. A couple of other things I wanted to show you. 1 second, let me go grab them. So you know how I told you earlier that I was trying to go to Pop Mart to pick up those Mickey and Friend keychains? Well, I didn't get them, obviously. I mentioned that earlier, but I did get them on eBay. And so I picked them up. This is Goofy, Daisy, Pluto, And here's Mickey. Oh, this is my Bagoo crossbody. I added pins to it. If you at all interested in Disney vloggers, you know Madison, and I liked that she put her pins on her Bagoo, and so I did the same thing. You should go check her out. I'll link that below. But yeah, so this is Mickey. There's 4 more, Donald and Chip and Dale, Donald, and Minnie, and I ordered those because I love them so much. So I ordered those and they're on their way. They're not going to make it in time for the trip, but these guys are here and I have outfits planned for all of them. And then I also finished my Country Bears shirt, embroidering it. It's just nice and subtle, but it pops a little bit more. And I'm working on, I got my mom one as well, and I'm still working on embroidering that. I think I'll have time on the plane to finish it. I don't have much left, but we'll get that done for sure. And the last thing that I need to do in regards to this video is plan where we're going to be on our race route. I just need to double check the route and confirm that we're able to go to either Beach Club, the Yacht Club, or Swan and Dolphin or Boardwalk to watch the race and like stand on the like running path and do some cheering, some of that. And so I'm going to do that now. And then also what I'm going to do today is my outfit video. So I'm going to try on all of my outfits. And then I'm also going to do my packing video. So stay tuned for those. Yeah, so this is where we're at. Let's get to figuring out the race route. Looking at these maps, the 10K and the 5K both go around the little lake where Yacht Beach Club is, the Boardwalk and Swan and Dolphin are. So I think we'll try to go somewhere over there. We'll see which ones have like free parking and then just walk around to find a good spot. So I feel confident about that. I'll double check with him to make sure that this is the right move because he's done lots of these races and this will be my first one. Surprise, I'm running in a race next year. But yeah, so we'll confirm with him and I feel confident about that. Also this morning I booked our lightning lanes for Friday because we're not staying on property. We're staying at my partner's family's condo in the area. It's about 10 minutes away from the parks. We're staying there, and because we're staying off property, we can only book lightning lanes 3 days in advance. And so that 3 days for Friday was this morning at 6 a.m. and thankful to my insomnia, I was up at 6 a.m., no problem, and I booked those lightning lanes for Animal Kingdom. That's the first day that we're going to use lightning lanes. Now, our earliest time is 10 a.m., which is pretty late to start lightning lanes, but that's fine. And yeah, so we're in a good spot. We've done everything we needed to do. And I think that's it for this video. I feel really confident about where we are with everything, what we've gotten done, and what's to come for these next couple of days. And I appreciate you being here. Let me know what you do to plan and prep for a Disney trip. Yeah. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.